up sound and strong this morning. A lot of questions on my mind. Is to you more is away. Do we care? Do we worry about the way this world is going? About the
I want to say you are all welcome to this program. Thank you for taking up your busy schedule to come and grace this occasion. At this junction, we also want to welcome our honorable keynote speaker, Honorable Emmanuel Elsa. Sir, you are welcome. So at this junction, we would like to call on Mr. Constant for our invocation.
Better is the end of the matter than the beginning. And what do the Bible says that? Today we have come to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the vocational school and not the LRM family as a whole. Meaning this school has been in existence for over 3 years. But the institution is older than the school. It's the institution that gave birth to the school in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. And despite our little beginning, we know that our end thereof will be greater. That's why the Bible says, better is the end of the matter. Let us pray. Then we all stand. We have been believing God that one day we have a better end. That is why every time we have the opportunity to gather, we call on God, no matter from what religion you are. But we believe that there is somebody responsible for our well-being. And where we are today, it is not by our might, it is not by our strength, it is not by the amount of money that we have. Our survival has been God, His special grace. That's why we always love to reference Him. And so let us pray. And so, Father, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. From the day I was born, I have never seen a made with God. I've always seen and heard of a God who, whatever He starts, He completes. He never brings you in the middle of the water to leave us. And so this morning or this afternoon, we stand at the throne of grace asking for your mercy and your forgiveness. We recognize you from the rising of the sun to the going down. You forever remain God. There is none that be compared unto you. For you forever remain God. You have been our source. You have been our strength. We say thank you this morning. We say thank you for 3 years of existence. No matter the storm have been high, the tide have been rising, but we say thank God, because had it not been for you, this day wouldn't have been celebrated. So we say thank you. We commit all of our activities from now on into thy hands. We say you be the center of LRN as a whole, as a family, as an institution. We say from the director general down coming to the least man in this administration or in the staff, we commit them unto you. We say thank you from the day you gave us, unto him. None of our employees, none of our staff have been plucked out of his hand. We say thank you. Amen. We bless you. We give you all glory, we give you all adoration. We even thank you for our brothers who have come back home. We say thank you, Daddy God. You took them on an adventure. We said no matter the circumstances, but there is no place like home. So we say thank you for the safe arrival. We thank you because you are God. We even commit our students unto you. We commit them in a special way. Wherever they have come to this institution to learn, Daddy God, may it be used to the glorification of your name and bring glory and honor to our nation, Liberia. Amen. We say thank you for our guest speaker. We thank you for even those on the way coming. Even for those who prepare the food, we say we thank you for every one of them. We thank you. We commit the rest of the service into thy hand. Let your name be glorified. For these immense blessings we ask in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
we were well edified from your prayer. So to continue our program, we will call on Ms. Lola Perry, the Dean of Students, for the welcome remark. Please put your hands together.
Our Executive Director, Tara Marshall, our Directress, Rachel B. Collins, our Education Coordinator, Mr. Constance C.P., the Library Returnee Network staffs, our dynamic guests, student body. On behalf of the Liberia Returnee Network, I would like to take this time to welcome you all to this our unique program. I want to say you are welcome. Feel free, this is your home. We are all one as returnees. I want you to feel free, welcome, enjoy your stay. Thank you. Oh my God, oh my God, we give you praise. Oh my God, we give you praise.
Indeed, I'm grateful to hear such a vibrant entity. It's not happened by mistake. It all came to being by vision and hard work. The Liberia Returnee Network came to being since 2012. Upon our return to Liberia as former refugees from various refugee camps. Coming back home was a very tedious one, hard to handle. But we broke the storm to return. After United Nations told us in the refugee camps that you can no longer be a refugee because you had a peaceful election in your country and you have to return. We took the decision to return because there is nowhere like home. We were promised a lot of milk and honey, but unfortunately, at LRA, it was a different story. But being a visionary, along with these God men and women, we thought it wise that as we are at the rear of unemployment, we've lost contact, we lost family members, we didn't know where to start from. We thought it wise to organize ourselves and blow our own trumpet. In February 2012, 4 persons gave birth to the Liberia Returnee Network. And to name all of them, Mr. Madison Grail, Mr. Cornelius Weir, Miss Edith Hodge, and I who's standing, Itara Marshall. We thought it wise, after advocating for Liberian refugees while in the refugee camps, returning home, advocacy does not end there. So we felt that it was time to start a new breed of advocacy, but in a different fashion. Fourth came the Liberia Returnee Network. We started working along with LRC and UNIDO. We started to gather the returnees, giving them hope, counseling them, because it was not easy. Many of us were frustrated. Because if you get home and you don't have anybody to cater to you, you don't know where you're starting from, you become frustrated. This is why this day, we dedicate this day to our brothers and sisters who are just returned, because we know how frustrated they are. We bear the pain you bear. We bore it before. We know how you feel, because we've been there. If you've never been hungry before, when somebody talking about hunger, you don't know how it feels. We've worked for 7 years now. In 2015, we saw the need. After reintegration was a problem for us, we dropped our own problem and started to cater to the needs of others. When even we never had a place to sleep, family members are throwing things in our faces. But we saw the need in Liberia, and we saw a lot of hungry souls needed a capacity. And we were able to volunteer for this number of years, giving hope to humanity. We are grateful to God that hundreds of Liberians returnees have benefited from our gesture. with no help from national government, with no help from international community. We've done it through our own intellect, to the quest to serve humanity. We've built capacity. This vocational school is a history of us, and we are grateful to God. So to you, my brothers and sisters, hope is something that you don't see, but you only bear that through faith. It's difficult to return. Reintegration has been a problem from the onset since 2006 to today. The story you are encountering today is the story we have passed through. You just try to rewrite history for us. So contributing to humanity and counseling you and finding needs and wants in all capacity. The Liberian Returnee Network does not get subsidies from anyone. It's through our own entrepreneurial thinking, because from out there to here, we are different kind of people. So we are grateful again. This is our short story, and it is the Returnee story. We are a group of volunteers for years who have served humanity and still willing to do more with all the circumstances around us. So I would just want for this staff of mine to please stand up and please give them a hand of applause, because they bear my strength. Thank you. They bear my strength through the darkness hours, through the help. They leave their family and come to only put in time in serving humanity. These people go home throughout the month without salary. It's difficult to believe, but I want you to believe that. Serving humanity, moreover in Liberia and Africa, to volunteer is difficult. You must have the heart to serve. So we dedicate this day to you. See it as an opportunity that we all can work together and put forth your plight. Because where you're standing, where you're sitting, where you're sleeping, we've been there. People have thrown things in our faces. To even get a meal a day, those days were not easy for us. But today you can come and you have your brothers and sisters to welcome you. You should be grateful. Life is better than death. There's always a second chance when you have life in you. So our returning story is a long and a short one, but we are grateful to life and we are grateful to God. Thank you.
So next our agenda is outline of vocational training by Ms. Rachel P. Collins, educational directress. Please put your hands.
I want to sing this song to glorify God before I do what I'm supposed to do. Thank you, Jesus.
you, Baba, wherever I am now. It is by your grace, wherever I may be. It is by your grace, wherever I am now. It is by your grace, oh God, wherever I will be. It is by your grace. In Jesus' mighty name. Mr. E. Tyrone Marshall, Executive Director, LRN. Mr. Constant CP, our Education Coordinator. Mr. Emmanuel Elsai, our keynote speaker. LRN staff, our returnees, brothers and sisters from Niger, Algeria, student body, ladies and gentlemen. The Liberia Returnee Network in 2015, after seeing need within our country regarding low capacity, which have contributed to the high poverty rate, couple of hard case of living. In light of this, we decided to establish the Liberia Returnee Network Vocational Training Program, LRMVTP. Since its formation, have trained hundreds of Liberians, and they have become self-reliant through this initiative. Are you now putting your hands together? We are proud today, celebrating 3 years since the establishment of LRM VTP. Being the director over this department have not made me the more qualified, but just an opportunity to serve humanity. I love to recognize my teaching staff, and with standing ovation, please give them a clapping hands. Can you stand to clap for them? They deserve it. You know they deserve it. Stand to clap for them. You deserve the clap. Thank you. The Liberia Returnee Network Vocational Training Program, LRMVTP, have given birth to 3 centers: Zubata and Pinsville, Police Academy Pinsville, and Tata Oro. Do you have students here for Tata Oro? Can you stand for us? Tata Oro, put your hands up for them. Quick impact. They are Tatan quick impact students for the Oro Bell. As we are prepared to change lives in our nation, more of these programs will come. But the challenges are more for us, and help is needed. Help is needed. Long live Liberia Returnee Network. Long live Liberia Returnee Network Vocational Training Program. I thank you.
We will call on student Jessina J. Richie, who will introduce our keynote speaker.
baby, but you can call me Jessie B. Lord, all I tell you, I love all of you. Hi. All protocol observer, our guest speaker was born on the union of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas E. Elsa in the township of his Ashland, Buffalo County, born June 10, 1968. He left for studies in the United States of America in 1986. He attended the Upside College and obtained a BSc in economy and did his graduate study in King's University. Without wasting time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that all stand on our feet. If you don't stand on the way, you will not eat. All stand. Welcome to the pulpit, Mr. Emmanuel
Everybody that came here and spoke God first. So where God is, it is well, it shall be well, and it's well with us. Let me take this time, first of all, to recognize and thank the CEO and his staff. I want you to talk much, I want to thank you so much. For you, for me, it is our Dr. Martin Luther King of the world of Liberia. And we'll say more about it later. My fellow student, the newest people that joined in Liberia, and of course those of us who had joined many years ago. When I say we, I'm a returnee myself. I left from here as a child and I went away, but I came back. And sometimes, you see, like they say, the fingers are not equal, right? Yes. But so many ways, if we're equal, we cripple. But because it's not equal, so we're not crippled. Some got to bring, some didn't bring any, but some went in so many ways. Let me take this time to first of all say, while climbing the stairs, I saw a writing on the right-hand side. And it was something that was said by somebody that we can call a philosopher. He said, the world is not as bad as we think, but those who sit there and do nothing about it. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. I'm not going to read. I'm going to just talk to you small. Yes. It will not be long, it will be very short. Okay? What he is saying there about instinct, understand? There are a lot of things that need to be done, but some people are not doing it at all. Some people doing it, or some people need more help to do it so we all can live a better life in this country. Liberia is a very unique place. Liberians are loving people. No matter where we go, we always think about coming back to Liberia. And I can tell you this, when I'm leaving to go back to the state, I feel bad. When I'm coming back, I'm always happy. I got less than 2 more months to probably get out of here if I get money for tickets. Let's say I'll make your thing very short, okay? To be back soon. But before I can talk anything on what I got on mind, I would like to make an appeal to my dear brother and friend. Mr. Marsha, in this open manner, I want to say this to you. Please add me on the board of trustees of this institution. I say this for several reasons. If I can't do anything at all, I can do something to help this institution. Not from my own pocket, but we have coordinations. We have people who can relate us to others. We have so many brothers and sisters out of this country. All we do there is criticize a lot of time. But maybe Liberians are better than what we are. We want to solve the idea of this kind to our brothers and sisters. Instead of doing a lot of talking, why don't you help an institution like that who helping the brothers and sisters? Some of us can't complain, but some people walk from here to other countries to survive. We don't want to go in the history of what happened in our country. But it's all well, because in the very United States that some of us live today, black people were nowhere, they were nothing. Black people suffer a lot. When I said that I wanted my brother to be the Dr. Martin Luther King of our country, those of you who know a little bit about him, this man was fighting a case that has been proven today, This man fought. They hosed them. I mean, they were putting water on them to die. They shoot them. They did all kind of things. They formed an organization called Ku Klux Klan to kill black people. But he stood his ground, and like many others, like he had many others to work with him. But he didn't give up. He stood the test of time. Today, or just recent time past, we had a president that was black. And more likely, or even black as the best black man in the world. The parent came from Africa, and he became president. So he kept dreams alive. He said you should have faith, you should have hope in everything you do. Today you might be a student here, today you might have just come, but don't give up hope. If you keep hope alive, there's nothing impossible that you can't be. Yes. Nothing. I want you all to know this and believe in yourself. God first and you second. Today you might be a student, but guess what? I know students who have left this place today, they are employer. Not employee, they are employer. And you can do it and do it better. Amen. So I want us all to think so much for our country. Forget politics. I want to just take this time to talk about 4 parts and it'll be all 4 parts. You see the Liberian Returnees Network, I want to thank them, I want to appreciate them. I want to say that we should have many of these organizations to help us to grow, to help us to understand what it means to go and come back. You know, he told me, don't divert from the topic, the integration must, let me get back to what he said, okay, he said, don't divert. I want to make sure if I be able content. He said, proper reintegration is a must. He said, stick to it. And I'm going to stick to it by begging you to go around here as well. The way he's trying to say and what he really means is, it's not what you do matters, but how you do what you do. You understand that? It's not what you do matters, but how you do what you do. He came. He could have done anything. And I know he's very eloquent. Those of you who know him might even know better than me. He would have been one of the top guys, especially this government. But he refused to be where people want him to be. He's here where his God had called him to be, helping others. And that's why he's here. And along with the staff, he said, well, 4 people. He talked about the time this was funded. It's been a while, but it's not how long, it's how well. He have educated more the mind of a lot of people out of this building today. You know, the best gift that anyone can give anybody is education or learning something. He said, what is learned in the head lasts to the tongue. If you learn well, you can live on it and grow. So Mr. Marshall and his colleagues have done it well, and they continue to do it. So we should give them a round of applause again. I want to get a lot of applause. The next thing I want to talk about, it is yourself. You see, we can do all of the things to educate you all, but how well will you make use of what he is putting or we are putting in you all? If you don't use it, it becomes nothing. Those of us who are Christians, they become vanity. It's nothing. But you got to make use of what has been given to you and go out there. The trickle-down effect. You also must teach somebody. Don't just go there and learn it, you won't be selfish. You're good at that, but you should be able to help somebody. In together, in union, strong success is shown. Liberia is very small. We have 4 million people, and 4 million people. But yesterday, the smallest state in the United States of America is bigger than this, Ohio. But they are better. They get law and order. They get things that they look for each other. What makes America great is a small secret that most people don't know. What makes America great because they gave. They gave. They can be anything bad you can think about, but they gave. That was everywhere in this world. There is that place in America. They get all kind of country named after in that place because they are together. So nobody can say who is an American. Our current president in America, the current president, he say he has a Russian background, but he say he's one of the most prejudiced presidents ever. So that's how I'm saying that. The next thing I want to talk about is the government. You know, I know this is political time. I know you know we got side to take. I have a side, we all have a side. But things that matter most must never be at the mercy of things that matter less. Liberia is important. Whether you become who is the president or not, what matters is giving everybody a chance to grow, to be what they can possibly be, to help themselves and help other people. But when the chances are not given, then something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Yes, we agree, we hear the least talk in town nowadays, pro and whatever. But you know what it is? We got 3 set of people in the world, or Liberia itself. Anybody can give me one of the set of people, the class of people?
The white man.
Okay. Okay. And the Liberian man. Okay. So let me change it around. We have the poor people, which is black and white. The poor people, that is not hidden, it's the poor. There are people who are poor, really poor. Can you get a cup of rice to eat? The people who are called the middle class in economics, which is my background. The middle class are those who got jobs, who got companies, who got businesses. And the other people are the rich people. They all of them play a part to grow up in society. You know, the rich people, God had given them, and they must, we said give, you should be able to give them. Pay the taxes, do other things, employ people. But the middle class, for me, is the most important set of people. Those who can employ those people. We don't need a very big government. We need a small government so that those people can be given an opportunity. In other country, they gave those people money to employ me, to be able to fund jobs, to employ many of us. The brothers that have come here, they're able, they're willing, but the opportunity don't exist. And you know how it is, man, Jeremy, I understand. Those of you who have just come. Our girls, our ladies will not look at us today. And no disrespect to my beautiful ladies here, right? Yes. But such it is. We expect, like the brother was saying, there should be given an opportunity to be able to grow with him. But it's not that way. And we are known to be the breadwinners. If you're not the breadwinners, you got a problem. So I understand all that aspect of it, but don't lose your hope. Don't just do one thing. Don't do bad. Don't get involved with other things. I know we here, myself, I mean, we all can do bad things, but try to avoid that aspect of it. Do everything possible to stay in the society. Even if you got to sweep, even if you got to do anything positive, call somebody and say, brother, I should come over to your house to wash your clothes. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And don't mind what you have done to be a limit in your life. Think about ahead and make things happening. And make things happening. So, is it? Okay. Okay. And make, all right, to make things happen. And that's all I can say of you all. I want to say this time to you all that together we can move this country forward. Together we can make things happen. Together, all of us, I can tell you, we own this country. Nobody owns this country more than you or more than me. We all own it together. You can even go to Europe, you say you're European, Liberia is where you come from. I don't want to bore y'all. I can say more and more. Like when my brother called me this morning, he said, brother, we asking you to be here. I said, you sure that me or you making a mistake? He said, it's you I'm talking to. And I just got up, I had something to go to, a press conference. I said, I have to be here. So therefore, being here is no excuse. I mean, it's no mistake. I can tell you that I'm part of you. You always see me. I can tell him that when my request is given, if he add me on that board, I will work like it never happened before. Because I have a very good success story. I left from here very young, but I did not think of my youngness or my poor background where I came from. My father was one of the victims in the 80s, but it didn't bother me. What mattered was I must make sure my light shine before my fellow men, that they may see my good work and I can glorify others, maybe what I can give. I was president of Liberian Association 98-2003, and I saw the way we should do things. Thank you. We go in the next, all of us in the morning, we say, oh, Mr. Jones is the next president. Then we come back and that president, because we made that, we all got to make sure the guy do what we want to do. So I challenged that status quo. I was around when I go into programs and I write now name. I wrote almost 2,000 names. When there was a brother that used to play football here in the Trinity, and he said, MS the next president, I said, it never will be. The people had not spoken. And we noted the election. People, I was not even ready for it, but I said, well, not be to be. I remember Jeremy said, my man, you have done this, now you the next president. I said, no. But when I looked, I had petition that I became the president. My idea was, let us represent Liberia the best we can possibly represent Liberia. Let us show that we come from a Christianized society, that we can be able to come back and make a difference. You don't have to be president to make a difference. You just got to be yourself, like this brother. Right now, he may not be recognized or he and his staff, but I can tell you the amount of goodies, good things have been said about him. He will live longer than many of the people that Mr. President or Mr. President or whatever. So I want to say to him and his colleague, I want to say to you, and I want to say to the brothers that have just come and the sisters, some came. Let's not lose focus. Let's keep hope alive. I want to thank you all. Let's enjoy it. Let's stay together.
And let's live together. General guys, don't worry, we'll share with you here. Anything we get, you want to ask, we'll give it. If you want to say, I'm going to get out of my way, go there, I will go off. So let's share with them. Let's share with them. Even when they bring the food to this, what if for here? They said, be your brother's keeper now. What's your problem? There's no set of keeper in the Bible. In there? No. They said, be your brother's keeper. And the message, we are the prayer, you know. So we have a whole big prayer for you. So, gentlemen, I don't worry. In the Bible, they say, I come and preach now. Hallelujah. The Bible says, and God created the heaven and earth. And when he saw that the heaven and earth was being created, what did he do? He created men in his image. That the book will say, ladies and gentlemen. But the Bible says, God created. And they said, a man will leave his father and his mother. And so you're eat for here. Hallelujah. Okay, so we are coming to they say, the Bible says, in English they say, the conclusion of the entire matter. So we are coming to the conclusion now. And so as we reach the conclusion of this program, this is the first stage of the program. As we're going to have one student come out, preferably we need a lady. And then we have one student, one of our brothers who have just returned to also come and, and give a special remark. So,
hello everyone. So, our returning brothers, we say you are welcome. There is no work like home. Home or sweet home. This glorious land of liberty shall long be ours. Though it's not easy at this time, but with your own effort and with our hands beside you, you can make a better future. And so my student body, it's not easy, we know, but we are going through our wonderful time for a better tomorrow. Mr. Marshall, on behalf of the students of the Liberia Returnee Network, you along with your co-worker, the directress, our teachers, our team of students, no other person but you, madam. Put your hands together. I'm standing here today to make a special remark on behalf of the student body. There are a lot of vocational training institutions in this nation, Liberia, to be precise, in Monrovia. But I've been having series of experience. But when it comes to the Liberian Returnee Network, Mr. Marshall, there is something extraordinary about this institution. It's not just a vocational institution. I remember when we came here at first, somebody said we have left grade school, but we came here again, they bring in pamphlet, again they bring in writing on notes, they also help to mold our mind academically. This is what the Liberia Returnee Network is capable of doing. An aim of testimony of what the Liberia Returnee Network is capable of doing. So if you are here, don't be selfish. Go out there. We all are a living testimony of what Liberia Returnee Network can do. Go out there, tell our sisters there is nothing in the other business outside there. We can come here and mold ourselves, prepare ourselves. For me, my expectation when I leave from here is not to go to work for somebody, but to be my own boss. To be my own boss. This is what I'm anticipating. Yes, this is what I'm anticipating. So I encourage every one of us again as students, yes, as the director, including his workers, are here to mold us. Let us in so doing encourage ourselves and also encourage our brothers. I remember when some of us went and came back, family would despise you. Friends you knew before, they will no longer know you, except you are at the top. Don't give up on yourself. Say to yourself, you can make it no matter the age. Age doesn't matter when it comes to going further. Age got nothing to do with determination. The first president for the AME University, she was a mother of 4 living children when she was still in high school. But because she went thinking out there, because she had a dream of being somebody, she made it to the end. Now she got 5 doctorate degrees. So with ourselves, we can make the difference. So Mr. Marshall, our honorable guest speaker of our teaching staff, ladies and gentlemen, a remark on behalf of the student body and thanks.
I want to take this time to say thank you very much for coming on here to the unique program. And on behalf of the returnees, we want to say thank you very much for this program and thank you for coming. We as returnees, we want to say thank you to the government of Liberia, especially the ruling government, and also for us to come to Liberia safely. We came a long way anyway from all over, from Liberia, from Nigeria, from all the way to Libya, and over here. So it has been so easy to be here. But thank God we are here today, and we are part of the system, and we have the system to go on. On behalf of the entire crew, the entire returnees, I would say, thank you very much, and thank you for the program. My name is Wallo. Reverend Wallo is my name. Thank you very much.
We are grateful to God for this time. I want to say to my brothers and sisters, I know sometimes our expectations are high, but what we are doing here today, some of us, when we came, nobody did it for us. Doing what we are doing, it is the initiative of Liberia Returnee Network in collaboration with Qua Family Support Research or Council are working along with us to see how best we can start your reintegration process. We are a small NGO. We don't have the resources to cater to you like we want to do. But we keep advocating for you that your integration process will be met. All of what we are doing, government is not into it, no international NGO into it, but because we feel the pinch you feel, we know what it takes to return home with nothing, especially the condition under which you return. So we're going to keep engaging IOM, we're going to keep engaging UNHCR, LRRC, and the rest of the entities that are responsible for reintegration for you. Because since you came, some of you have been like 3 months, some of you have been 2 months, and nothing has happened. But for us, we don't just want to call you because we were at the airport when you returned. We don't just want to call you to say, oh, we want to counsel you, we want to talk to you, we see your houses, and then you don't even have anything from us. So this is the beginning. There is not an end. And those of you that will receive these sort of items, please, it's our will of might. Nobody give it to us. Because I know the Liberian scenario. They say, oh, the people brought us the poor on television, and they get big money, and so they bought small thing and give it to us. Then, we didn't get for anybody. Kobo, the Liberian way, we didn't get for anybody. But as an activist, I would not just talk, I love to act. And this is just the beginning. The next time we call you, you could receive something bigger than this. So I just want us to take this word of might, take it from us, use it, make sure that whatsoever means that it will serve, know that we are serving humanity. So I'm so grateful to those of our staff that we could use this money to even pay them for this season. But we said no. People need it more than us. At least we have integrated. They need it. So let us share with them. We felt that if we gave you the cash, it won't mean a lot to you. You understand? But we'll have a little envelope that you can't come here because you're already not working. So when you go in, so when they think in your hand, you can be able to pay your own way to get back to your destination. Thank you so much.
Bangali, come on. Please answer your name. Please, let's make sure that you get. Robert Farm. Let's check. Robert. Where is we know that you chase on here.
Then we'll just give one more person.
Yaki T. Harris. Yaki T. Harris. Samuel Flomo. Samuel Flomo. What are doing? Everything, Lepe, Yape. Sharif Abu. Sharif Abu. Joseph Sie. Joseph. Mohamed Koman. Mohamed Koman.
Look at it, man.
Matthew Fire. Matthew Fire. Abulayi Fofana. Tito Toji. T. Smith. Tito T. Smith. Mara. Alex Sombai. Where are you? Who's money? What guy, Momo? What guy? Where my G Sheriff? Where my G Sheriff? Yankee T. Harris. Yankee T. Harris.
Where the things are still. Do we dream of another world somewhere nowhere in the sky? Do we want to keep surviving? What about music? What about children? What about nature's quest to stay alive? Stay alive.